Good evening and welcome to our spring Yoga Nidra event. Some of you joined me for our spring Yoga Nidra practice just prior to this. I'm Kellyanne Nicole. For some of you just joining in, we're going to start in a seated position before we come into our reclined position. So just feeling the base of your body reaching down. We're just going to do a little short centering to help us arrive here on the mat. And then we're also going to go ahead and come into just a few rounds of some different pranayama to help prepare the body to also receive our Yoga Nidra practice. One of the things we're going to be working with tonight is our sankalpa, or our heartfelt intention. So as we do our centering in just a few moments, I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about that too, but just beginning to play with this idea and play with what that might be for you guys tonight. So feeling the base of your body, again, reaching down into the floor, into the support underneath of you, sitting on a folded blanket if that feels good, letting the tailbone drop down and letting the spine lengthen, letting the shoulders relaxed. And just closing your eyes for a moment. Taking in a nice deep breath. And a nice long exhale. This can be through the mouth if you'd like. And just focusing on that breath, allowing the breath to expand a little deeper into the belly. A little higher up into the top of the chest, into the collarbone area. But I want this to be an allowing and not forcing the breath. So just allowing this breath to expand. And also feeling the breath in the low back, and the mid back, and the upper back. And then as you continue to breathe, you want to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. We're also going to add in an internal focal point or an internal drishti. So as you sit with your breath, closing the eyes and just dropping into the center of your chest with your awareness. So in between the sternum there and the backbone, dropping right down into the center there. Just having a light awareness at that point as you continue with this full breath. And as you sit with your body here and you connect into this heart center, for our practice tonight, we are going to work with the sankalpa, or that heartfelt desire. So from the center, maybe something that you have been experiencing in your own being, in your own body lately, that is an aspect of your mind that you've been working with. And a lot of times this can be some old patterns, some old belief that we learned through our past, that we become more aware of, and how it doesn't serve our purpose in our life anymore at this time, and it's time to let it go. So Yoga Nidra can be an opportunity to take that intention into the subconscious and to work with it on that level to help free that up and rewrite that story or that belief. So a sankalpa is short, it's in the present tense, and it's always positive. So some examples of sankalpa can be, I am awake, I am aware, I am love, I am enough, my willpower is strong, I am confident, I am healed. There's so many, but that's just an example of a few. So you can either work with that sankalpa, that heartfelt intention as you go through this practice, or maybe you want to take a question into your being, down into the self-conscious that you have. Maybe you're on the edge of a transition in your life and you want some answers about that transition. So ask those answers, again, in a simple form, positive and short. Just sitting here with the center of our chest, the center of our heartbeat, of our heart and our being, and see what arises for you as a question or as that short positive statement, that sankalpa, to use throughout your practice tonight. Sitting here for a few more moments, just honoring that space. And then taking your hands to your heart center, let the thumb just press into the center of your chest there. Just bow your head a little bit, but keep the spine long and just say the sankalpa or the question to yourself 3 times, just here, beginning to draw that intention and awareness towards that sankalpa or the heartfelt question. And as you do that, try to generate that feeling with that question or that sankalpa. Feel that feeling in your chest. Have it come from your heart center, really invoking that into your being. And then releasing the hands. So the next part of our Yoga Nidra, spring Yoga Nidra event is we're going to do 3 different pranayamas, again, in preparation for preparing the body to really be more present with our Yoga Nidra practice and more receptive to receiving this practice. So the first one we're going to do is Kapalabhati. It's an active exhale and a passive inhale. This may be new to some of you, so I just want you to do the best you can with this. We're going to sit in a cross-legged position, feel that base of the body reaching downward. And I'm going to try to show you just a brief example of what this looks like. You're going to keep the spine long, the shoulders relaxed. You're going to start by taking in a nice long, deep inhale. And then you're going to draw the belly button sharply back toward the spine for that exhale, that active exhale. And then that action of releasing that belly button back to neutral will be drawing the breath back in. So it's a really passive inhale. So I'm going to try to show you an example of that just real shortly. So you're just drawing that belly button in really sharply. Your mouth is closed. It's the exhale through the nose, that active exhale, and then the passive inhale as the belly button releases back out to the neutral. You can do this lightly. You can do this a little more intensely. It's up to you what feels right in your body. We're going to come into this in a moment. We're going to do 30 of those, drawing that belly button in sharply. I'm going to use the count of either 1, 2, 1, 2. On the 1, you pull in. On the exhale, you release. I may even start with exhale, exhale, exhale. exhale. The X you draw in, the hail you release. We'll do 30 of those, and then we're gonna pause, and we're gonna do a Antar Kumbhaka, or a retention, a breath retention on the inhale. When we do that, I'll walk you through it. You're gonna be lifting on the perineum to create the lock in the lower part of the body. You're gonna drop the chin slightly for Jalandhara Bandha, as if you're holding an apple under your chin. It's not a tight one. So these two locks here, and that just means that the most dense energy is going to stay in the torso, and the most refined energy is going to actually travel up into our crown chakra. And then we'll be releasing that, and we'll exhale, inhale, probably exhale again, and then inhale and start the next round. We'll do 3 rounds of 30 for this Kapalabhati practice. So feeling the base of your body reaching down. Your arms, hands can rest on your thighs, either palms up or palms down. You can bring your thumb and index finger to meet, whichever position works best for your body. Keep the spine nice and long. You can close your eyes, and you can even draw your awareness with your eyes closed up between the eyebrow center. Take in a nice long, deep breath, and exhale. This next inhale, we're preparing for Kapalabhati. Inhaling. And exhale, 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 exhale. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale completely out. Go ahead and inhale. Already beginning to feel the effects of this in the body, and exhale. Okay, your next inhale, you're going to inhale, fill the lungs about 3/4 of the way full, so not your deepest breath. Lift on the perineum, drop the chin slightly for Jalandhara Bandha. Now you're going to hold this retention until I either cue you to release, or you're looking to feel sensation in the chest. You may feel like the lungs start to pull away from the upper chest there, and that's your cue to release these body locks, these bandhas, and to start to breathe just a relaxed breath. So staying with this breath retention just a few more moments. And never forcing this retention. If you need to take a breath, then go ahead and breathe, because forcing the retention will only undo the effects. So let's release when we need to. And go ahead and release the bandhas, release the retention. Take in another nice deep breath. Exhaling. And another deep breath. And exhaling. We're going to inhale for the second round of Kapalabhati. So inhaling. And exhale, 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 exhale. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling all the way out. And again, inhaling and exhaling. Preparing on your next inhale for the retention. Filling the lungs 3/4 of the way full. Lifting on the perineum. Mula Bandha. Dropping the chin slightly for Jalandhara Bandha. As you hold this retention, pay attention to what you're feeling in the lungs, taking the breath when you need to. You can begin to also bring your awareness and the retention to your spine, and noticing if you're feeling any waves of energy flowing up the spine, or any sensation you may have there. Go ahead and release the bandhas if you haven't already, taking in a nice deep breath. And exhaling out. Inhaling. And another exhale. This time as we inhale, preparing for Kapalabhati, the third round, and exhale, 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 exhale. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling all the way out. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, retaining the breath, filling those lungs 3/4 of the way. Last retention for this practice, lifting on the perineum, dropping the chin. Mula Bandha at the base, Jalandhara Bandha at the throat. And go ahead and release the bandhas if you haven't already. Just taking in 3 deep breaths in and out as you notice the effects of your practice of Kapalabhati. Now we've been in our seated position for quite a bit, so let's lean back on our hands, point the fingers in towards your spine and your back. And just let your knees rock side to side. Release your legs from being in that position. We're going to come back into another pranayama, another practice. We're going to do Chandra Vedana, which is a flow of breath where we're going to be inhaling through the left nostril and exhaling through the right nostril. Inhaling through the left nostril and exhaling through the right. So we're trying to direct the more active side of the body to be the left side of the body, which is our more passive side during this practice. In some ways, we're balancing the fiery aspect of our Kapalabhati. So coming into your seated position, this time maybe crossing your legs the opposite way that you had them before. Feeling the base of the body reaching down. Tailbone dropping, spine is long. So for Chandra Vedana, Chandra is moving. We're going to take your left hand, it will not be mirroring you, and either again letting palm be up or palm down, finger, thumb, and index finger can lightly touch. The right hand is going to be in Vishnu Mudra. So second and third finger to the base of the thumb, fourth and fifth finger together. If you cannot do these finger mudras, the right one especially, it's okay to just rest with your hand on your thigh and imagine the flow of breath. But ideally, we're going to take the right thumb outside the right nares, or the bump outside the right nostril, and the fourth and fifth finger to the left nares. And they stay in contact always, whether the nostril is opened or closed. You can also take your second and third finger up to the area between your eyebrow center if that is more comfortable for your body. I'm not going to be doing the mudra with you because you'll not hear my voice so well. But we're going to go ahead and start by just closing off the right nostril and inhaling through the left. I'm going to count to 6, 4, 5, 6. Close off the left, exhale right. 3, 4, 5, 6. Close off the right nostril, inhale left. 4, 5, 6. Closing off and exhale right. 4, 5, 6. Close the right, inhale left. 4, 5, 6. Close the left, exhale right. 4, 5, 6. Close the right, inhale left. 4, 5, 6. Closing left, exhale right. 4, 5, 6. Close the right, inhale left. Close the left, exhale right. 5, 6. Close right, inhale left. Close the left, exhale right. Relaxing the shoulders. Close the right, inhale left. Close the left, exhale right. Close the right, inhale left. Close the left, exhale right. Close the right, inhale left. Close the left, exhale right. Close the right, inhale left. Close the left, exhale right. Close the right, inhale left. Close the left, exhale right. Close the right, inhale left. Close the left, exhale right. Close the right, inhale left. Close the left, exhale right. Close the right, inhale left. Close the left, exhale right. Close the right, inhale left. Close the left, exhale right. Close the right, inhale left. Close the left, exhale right. Close the right, inhale left. Close the left, exhale right. Close the right, inhale left. Close the left, exhale right. Last one, close the right, inhale left. Close the left, exhale right. Release the hands. Take in a few deep breaths in and out. Just allowing your body to process that practice of Chandravedana. We have one more pranayama we're going to practice, and then we'll set up for our Yoga Nidra. So just to bring a little more balance into the body, balancing the left and right hemispheres of the brain, we're going to do some Nadi Shodhana. So with Nadi Shodhana, we'll be exhaling first through the left nostril, inhaling through the left. We're going to do that breath retention, the Antar Kumbhaka, for the same length as the inhale and the exhale. We'll do that Antar Kumbhaka, that inhale retention, exhale through the left, inhale left, hold that breath, and exhale left. That's one round. And we'll just do a few of those, not too many. We'll do the count of 6 again. Again, left hand can be in either Chin Mudra, palm up, or Yana Mudra, palm down. Right hand is going to be in Vishnu Mudra again. If your arm gets tired, feel free to hold that with that left hand, that elbow, or again, just release it and imagining this flow of breath as I direct you through that. So second and third finger again to the base of the thumb of the right hand. and fourth and fifth finger together. It's important to always keep the right thumb in contact with the right nares, that bump outside the nostril, and the fourth and fifth fingers outside of the left nostril. Don't lift them off when we open that side. Just keep them touching lightly. Keep the head in the center line of the body. Relax the shoulders. Keep the spine long. Go ahead and close up the right nostril and exhale through the left. 5, 6. Inhale left. 4, 5, 6. Close up both nostrils. Drop the chin slightly for that Jalandhara Bandha. Lift on the perineum. Just holding here. 5, 6. Release those bandhas. Open the right and exhale through the right. 5, 6. Inhale right. 5, 6. Close off both nostrils, lifting on the perineum. Drop that chin slightly for Jalandhara Bandha, keeping the spine long. 5, 6. Exhale left. 5, 6. That was one round. Inhale left. 5, 6. Retain the breath with those bandhas. 5, 6. Release the right, exhaling. Inhale right. Retain the breath. Lift on the perineum, drop the chin. Attention to the spine. Releasing and exhale through the left. Cleansing that left energy channel. Inhale left. Closing off both nostrils, retaining that inhale. And exhale right. 5, 6. Inhale right. 5, 6. Retain that breath. 5, 6. Exhale left. 5, 6. Inhale left. 5, 6. Retain that breath. 5, 6. Release. Exhale right. 5, 6. Inhale right. 5, 6. Retain the breath. And exhale left. 5, 6. Inhale left. Retain the breath. And exhale right. 5, 6. Inhale right. Retain the breath. Exhale left. 5, 6. Inhale left. Retain the breath. Exhale right. Inhaling right. Retain the breath. And exhale left. Last round, inhale left. Retain the breath. Exhale right. Inhaling right. Retain that breath. And exhaling left. Go ahead and release the right hand to your thigh and take in several breaths in and out. And again, just letting your body absorb that practice. So I want you to stay here in this place that you're feeling with this breath work as you move slowly to the floor, setting up for your Yoga Nidra practice. Before you get too comfortable, you may want to just take a moment and take that pen or pencil and just write down on that piece of paper your sankalpa or your question, just to really cement that in a little bit more. Remember to feel that from your being, from that heart center. invoking the emotion or feeling of that question or of that heartfelt statement, that same kopa. I'm going to give you a few moments to set up your little nest. Some of you may like to have 2 mats actually stacked up for a little more cushioning under your back. There's a few areas of the body as you rest in Yoga Nidra, we want you to come to a place where you do not move. So you want to be as comfortable as you possibly can. And as you rest on your back, you may notice that the back of the head, the back of the hands, the back of the heels, sometimes the back of the hips and the pelvis, those are areas that you may start to feel more awareness of. So I like to actually take a blanket. I'll just show you this. Some of you already know some of this. You can take a blanket and just make a little roll for your neck to support your neck. And then you have this area to rest your head on. So the curled blanket will go under your neck to support that. And then your head has a little bit of cushion to rest on. What you want to be mindful of is not lifting the head up too high. So you don't want to tilt your head up so much that then your neck is kind of in this really bent position. So trying to find a little bit more neutral neck. That's why I like the rolled blanket. If you put something under your thighs, try not to have it underneath the knees. It can also cut off blood flow and your legs will start to fall asleep and you'll feel pins and needles during your Yoga Nidra. So I like to actually recommend your legs be out straight and maybe just flop to the side. Or if you want a little roll of a blanket underneath your thighs, that's also a good option. Your body may begin to cool off during this practice, so you may like to have a blanket over you. And part of Yoga Nidra is we're drawing inward. So we're closing off some of the external senses of the body. So one of them is sight. So you will practice Yoga Nidra with your eyes closed during this practice. And sometimes it's nice to even have a light cloth or a sock I've used even sometimes, or a light blanket to just put over your eyes to just give a little bit more sense of turning inward with that sense. I think that's about everything that I can think of. I just want to let you know that part of our Yoga Nidra practice, ideally we would be practicing in a place devoid of any external sounds. And that's nearly impossible. So as you drop in a few moments and I guide you through your layers of consciousness, you may get pulled out. There may be a sound that happens that's unpreventable that pulls us out of our Yoga Nidra. So if that happens, try not to be frustrated. Just honor that as you get this other opportunity to practice that dropping back down in. It can be similar to when we're falling asleep at night and we fall down and then something pulls us out, but yet we're able to guide our body back down into that place of sleep. Yoga Nidra is also a place we do go through. It's one of the layers of consciousness as we fall asleep. So I like to call it that warm, cozy place. We're also trying to not fall asleep. So I'll be using some cues during our practice to remind your body of that as well. But if you do fall asleep, that's usually because your body is really exhausted and tired and it needed that. It will still hear the instruction. But ideally, we're trying to stay in that place between waking and between sleeping. So settling in on your mat, I'm going to actually move aside. And we'll begin our practice of Yoga Nidra. So just taking a nice deep breath and settling into your mat, into the support underneath of you, making any last final adjustments so that you can come to a place of stillness. Relax into the earth and the practice of Yoga Nidra. Sleep with a trace of awareness. Practice being completely effortless. Begin by taking a few slow, comfortable breaths. With each exhale, feel your body relax even more deeply. Make sure your body is completely relaxed, so your body will have no desire to move. Slightly internally rotate your arms so the elbows do not overstretch. Palms face up. Begin to collect your attention for a few moments. And repeat to yourself, Yoga Nidra has now begun. Begin to listen to sound. First, listen to the most distant sounds you can hear. Do not try to identify the source of the sound, but simply listen for any sounds at all. Then, listen to sounds closer to where your body is resting. Feel a tension coming into the room. Feel your body resting, open, perfectly comfortable on the floor. Before going through the systematic process of Yoga Nidra, repeat your sankalpa or your question. Before beginning to say the words, begin to feel the feeling and see the image of your intention. Say your sankalpa 3 times clearly, or your question, with absolute certainty that the sankalpa or the question will manifest and be fulfilled or answered. 3 times, state your intention. Then, after 3 repetitions, give thanks, feeling thankful for the sankalpa being fulfilled. Now we will move into a rotation of consciousness. I will say a point in the body. Bring your awareness there. Be as effortless as possible, allowing any sensations to arise, be it physical, energetic, a feeling, awareness, a vision of light. Eyebrow point, throat, be effortless. Right shoulder, right elbow, be effortless. Right wrist, tip of thumb, tip of index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, right wrist, effortless, elbow, shoulder, throat. Go to the left shoulder, left elbow, left wrist, tip of left thumb, index finger, middle finger. Relax the left ring finger, little finger, left wrist, elbow, left shoulder, throat. Drop down to the center of the breastbone and relax. Left chest, center of chest, right chest, awake and aware. Center of chest, navel, perineum, be effortless. Right hip, right knee, ankle, right big toe, awake and aware. Second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, be effortless. Right ankle, knee, hip, perineum, left hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, right hip, perineum, navel, be effortless. Left hip, left knee, left ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, ankle, relax, left knee, left hip, perineum, navel, be effortless, center of chest, throat center, point between the eyebrows, relax. Relax the whole body. Relax the whole body. Bring your awareness to the breath. See the breath as it moves in and out of the nostrils, like two separate flows. Be totally effortless, just watching your breath. See the breath rise and fall. Relaxation and awareness of the breath. Remaining completely relaxed, begin to visualize or see a mental alternate nostril breath without forcing. See the breath rise through the left, fall through the right, rise through the right, fall through the left. One more step. Please add counting backward from 27. In the left 27, out the right 27. In the right 26, out the left 26. Mental alternate nostril breath. If you finish early, start over again. If you lose track, start over again. Effortlessness, counting, and alternate nostril breath. Stop counting. It doesn't matter how far you've counted, or if you've finished or lost track. Now we are going to cultivate different sensations. The first one is heat. Imagine you are outside on a very hot day. You are in the midday sun, and there is no shade in sight. Feel the heat penetrating your body as the sun shines down with incredible intensity. You are sweating profusely as heat permeates your entire body. Become aware of the heat which you've created in and around the body. The next sensation is cold. Cultivate the feeling of cold. Feel that you are lying on a cold surface. The air is cold, your bones are chilled, your muscles are contracted. The cold reaches through the surface of your body to your bones and internal organs. Feel cold throughout the entire body. Experience the body becoming colder and colder. Now you feel heavy. Legs heavy. Arms heavy. Head heavy. Ribs heavy. The body feels like lead. You are so heavy, you cannot move, and you feel that you are sinking down into the earth. Each part of your body becoming heavier and heavier. Intensify the feeling of the body merging into the floor. Feel light. Your body is as light as a feather. Feel space between your body and the floor. Your body feels like it could float away from the floor. Experience this lightness in the body. Absolute lightness. Experience total and absolute lightness in the body. Lastly, see these visions in your mind in front of your forehead. Ocean, ocean, ocean. White cloud, white cloud, white cloud. A very old tree, a very old tree, a very old tree. A smiling Buddha, a smiling Buddha, a smiling Buddha. A circle of trusted friends, a circle of trusted friends, a circle of trusted friends. Blazing fire, blazing fire, blazing fire. A blue star, a blue star, a blue star. A very still lake, a very still lake, a very still lake. Yogi sitting in meditation, yogi sitting in meditation, yogi sitting in meditation. Dead body, dead body, dead body. Waves on an infinite ocean, waves on an infinite ocean, waves on an infinite ocean. Feel how waves on the ocean are like waves of the mind. Begin to intensify your awareness. Imagine yourself in a park in the early morning. The sun has not yet risen. The park is deserted, except for yourself. There is just enough early morning light to see your way. It is a beautiful park, calm and peaceful. Walking across the springy grass, you listen to the birds whistle and call as they welcome the new day. There are gardens of flowers, roses, lilies, tulips, irises, yellow, pink, red, purple. Smell their fragrance and see the early morning dewdrops on their leaves and petals. Near the flower garden is a pond with fish. They are goldfish swimming in and out among water lilies. See their graceful movements. You walk beyond the fish pond to a forest of trees. Beyond the trees, beautiful trees. Bare trees and trees with newly growing leaves. Trees with full-grown leaves. Wide spreading trees and tall stately trees. As you continue on, there is a clearing between the trees, along with a soft, warm light. You see in the clearing a small temple with an aura of warm light around it. You go to the temple door. As you gently push the door open, it is cool and dim inside. Inside, on the walls, there are pictures of great saints. You walk to the center of the room and sit down on the floor. As you close your eyes and become still, a sense of deep peace and harmony envelops you. The sounds outside fade into the distance as you continue to feel this deep peace and harmony enveloping you. Continue your awareness of this meditation inside the center of this temple. Continue to stay there for some time until peace and harmony pervade. You will hear this voice again in some time. Come back to your breath. We are going to say the Sankalpa again. or your question. First, feel gratitude. Feel gratitude for all the events of your life, all the events and circumstances that have led you to where you are now. Abiding in this sense of gratitude, repeat your sankalpa or question 3 times, saying these words with absolute certainty that they will be fulfilled or answered, trusting in prarabdha or absolute destiny. Give thanks for your sankalpa or question having manifested or been answered and having come to pass. Once again, become aware of the breath, the natural breath. Observe the inhalation and the exhalation. Each inhalation and each exhalation is observed. Feel the movement of the body at the time of inhalation and exhalation. Experience the movement of the body at the time of inhalation and exhalation. As you externalize the mind, become aware of the immediate surroundings. While keeping your eyes closed, visualize the room where you are practicing Yoga Nidra. Mentally visualize the room where your body is lying in Shavasana and practicing Yoga Nidra. Become aware of the various objects in the room, the placement of different objects in the room. See the color of the objects in the room as if your mind has taken a picture of the room and you are looking at the picture. See if you can invoke the smallest details which are stored within you. Be observant mentally. Externalize the mind, gradually moving the toes and the fingers. Moving slowly and stretching the whole body. Letting your eyes remain closed. Becoming aware of your body. Beginning to roll to your right side. Keeping the eyes closed and coming up to your seated position. Feeling the base of the body reaching down into the floor. Rub your hands together, creating heat in the palm of your hands. Taking the hands and cupping them over the eyes. Feeling the warmth of the hands penetrating into the eyes. The prana shakti. And then just dropping your hands to your heart center. Hari Om Tat Sat. The practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. Namaste. Thank you so very much for joining me this evening.